Hi there and welcome to the Children's Liturgy for the 4th Sunday of Lent. I'm going to start by making the sign of the cross in the name of the Father and of the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen. And we'll start, like we always do, by lighting the candle to remind us that Jesus is with us. Today's Gospel, which I'll read now, is taken from John's Gospel, and it tells the story of Nicodemus, who was a Pharisee, who, while Jesus was in Jerusalem for the Passover celebration, came secretly at night to see him. Nicodemus wanted to know more about Jesus, and he believed in him, but he wanted to come at night to see him privately. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to Nicodemus, "God loved the world so much that he sent his only Son to be the light and to save those who believed in him. The light of the world has come, but many turn away from it and prefer the darkness. Anyone who does wrong is afraid of the light, because their badness will be plain for all to see. The good man has nothing to fear from the light, because he is close to God." This is the Gospel of the Lord. So if we have a think and a little chat about what we've just heard in the Gospel, it's a very lovely, very important message this week that Jesus is the light of the world. You've probably heard that said at school or at church or in another children's liturgy, but Jesus is the light of the world. He's come to light up the world. And if you think about light, you think if you walk into a dark room, you flick the light switch and all of a sudden the room is flooded with light and you can see everything. You can see everything's clear and you can see anything you want to see. Similarly, at night time, if you have a nightmare or you're scared at the dark, you wake up in the middle of the night, if you flip the light on, all of a sudden it's less scary. Everything is nicer and in the light and feels safer. So Jesus was sent by God to the world to be the light of the world to us and to light our way to God, to the heavenly kingdom. Thinking about Nicodemus in the Gospel, why did he come and see Jesus at night? And why did Jesus say what he said? Well, Nicodemus was one of the Pharisees. He was one of the important men in Jerusalem. He was a Jew. He studied the scriptures. He kept all the Jewish laws. And he was, as we've said, a Pharisee. A lot of the Pharisees didn't like Jesus. They didn't like the teaching, his teaching, and they were afraid of him. But Nicodemus did believe in him, but he was afraid of what would happen to him or what the others would say if they knew that he'd gone to see Jesus. So he went secretly at night, and this led Jesus to talk about people who do wrong things or things they know they shouldn't be doing. They want to do it in the dark because they don't want to be found out. And he doesn't just mean literal dark. He's talking about if we do something that we know is not maybe what we should be doing, is maybe not quite right, we want it to be done in the dark in the way that we don't want other people to know about it. If we're doing something that we think we shouldn't be doing, we know we'll be careful or cautious so that other people don't find out. Whereas Jesus comes and spreads light to the whole world, puts light on everything, lets us see the right way to live, the right way to be, and the right way to find our way to him and to God. We are classed as children of the light. You are all children of the light, which is a lovely thing to be. You are living your lives in the light because you are lovely children and you live your life in the light. When you were baptized, you were given a baptismal candle to show you that Jesus was the light of the world and that he had now come into your life and that you are children of the light, and we carry that light in our hearts. And so if we're ever scared of anything that's happening, we know we have Jesus in our hearts, in our world, to light the way for us. So it's nice to think as we go forward into this next week now that we have Jesus in our hearts lighting the way for us. As always, there are some activities attached to the bulletin if you'd like to decorate a candle to remind us that Jesus is the light of the world. And there's also a little something you might want to colour in or decorate to give to a mum, a nan, an auntie, a mum figure in your life, as this weekend we celebrate Mothering Sunday. So I hope you all have a lovely week, and we'll see you all again soon. And we'll finish by just saying the sign of the cross again, in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.